My parents erased me for 5 years because my sister told them I dropped out of med school. Last month, she rolled into my ER bleeding out, and the trauma team paged the chief surgeon. The doors opened. My mom saw the name on my white coat. Her hand crushed my dad's arm so hard he flinched. Growing up, my sister was the shiny one. She could charm any adult in a room. My parents ate it up like dessert. I was the quiet kid with a science project and a second-place ribbon nobody asked about. One weekend, I made state science fair. Same weekend, she had a little theater role. Guess which event they couldn't miss? When I got into med school clear across the country, my dad finally looked at me and said, "Maybe you'll make something of yourself." It wasn't love, but it was oxygen. My sister smiled too, but only with her mouth. After that, she started calling a lot, asking for names, asking for dates. I thought she cared. I was handing her ammo. Third year, my best friend got diagnosed with late-stage cancer. No family, just me. My school approved a formal leave of absence, paperwork and all, so I could be her caregiver for a semester. I called my sister because I was stupidly hopeful she'd be normal for once. She went all syrupy. "I won't tell mom and dad, they'll just worry." 3 days later, my dad called me like his voice had turned to ice. "Your sister told us everything. The dropping out, the boyfriend, all of it." I tried to explain. I offered the dean's number. I offered the PDF. He cut me off. "Don't call this house until you're ready to tell the truth." Then my number got blocked. Then my mom blocked me. Then my letter came back unopened, in her handwriting like I was spam. My friend died that winter. I was the only one in the room when the monitor went flat. I went back to school anyway because she'd left me a note inside her anatomy book. "Finish. Don't let blood decide your worth." So I finished. I matched into surgery. I graduated residency. I got married. I sent invitations to Hartford anyway. Every envelope came back the same way. Unopened, returned, erased. Then, at 3 a.m. last month, my pager went off. Major car crash. Unstable vitals. Abdominal bleed. I grabbed the chart at intake and saw her name. My sister. I told my colleague. Conflict of interest. Document it. He nodded and stayed nearby. My hands didn't shake in the OR. They never do. Clamp, suction, cut, repair. Close. 3 hours later, she was alive. While we wheeled her out, I heard my dad in the hallway. "That's my daughter," he yelled. "She's all we have." I didn't even blink. I just kept walking. I walked into the waiting room still in scrubs. My dad stood up. My mom looked up. Then her face emptied. "Mr. and Mrs. Ouellette," I said. "Calm. I'm Dr. Ivy Ouellette. I'm the attending surgeon." My dad's mouth opened. Nothing came out. My mom whispered, "Ivy, your daughter is stable," I said. "She's in the ICU." Slow motion, like the world finally wanted to watch. My dad stared at my badge. Then he stared at my face. Then he stared at my badge again. My mom's fingers dug into his arm, hard enough to leave marks. Nobody breathed. "We thought you dropped out," my mom choked. "She told you I did," I said. "She said you were unstable," my dad managed. "No," I said. "You just never checked." My aunt showed up with receipts, emails, the leave approval, the returned letter, even a text from my sister telling her, "Don't tell them. It's better this way." My parents read it like it was written in acid. My dad started crying in a hospital waiting room full of strangers. Not for my sister. For the years he wasted being proud of the wrong story. Later in the ICU, my sister tried to cry her way out. Then she tried to pivot. Then she tried to blame me for making it a thing. I didn't yell. I just said, "Explain it to them, not me." I walked out because I wasn't about to bleed on her hospital bed too. They begged to make it right after that. I didn't slam the door. I didn't hug them either. I kept it simple. "I'm not the girl you cut off. I'm the woman who survived it. If you want back in, it's on my terms." My sister healed. My parents finally heard the truth out loud, without her spin. My dad admitted the part he never wanted to admit. He believed her because it was easier than believing me, and that was the real betrayal. 5 years ago, they acted like I was dead. Now they know I was alive the whole time. They just weren't invited to the life I built.